Good day and welcome to another full transparency trading session. Today we're going to break down our trade. Now we missed the major move this morning. Unfortunately, I actually just watched it happen, but because it happened so early in the market, let me go ahead and go on over to the right here. When the market opens up, at this point, I know the market's going to fall from the, we line up perfectly with these candles here. Market opens and falls. Unfortunately, I was in the shower and I completely missed this push down. That would have been a massive profit day. And then so now we have to wait for the consolidation period to end. And as you can see, it consolidates, rises, starts to come down. So then I see that it's starting to come down here at about 9:56. Let me zoom in there. So what I'm looking for is this 10 o'clock candle with the final push up to push down. And it was, in fact, the final push up. Unfortunately, I missed this large candle here, and I definitely missed this large candle here. And I get in right here a little bit too low. So let's say I chase the play a little bit, get consolidated. Zoom out a little bit so you can see it. I get consolidated in this area here. Boom, boom, boom. So it's going up against me, back to the 200 EMA again. I should have waited for it to come back to the 200 EMA once I saw this candle turn green. Unfortunately, I wasn't thinking about it. Went ahead and dragged back to the 200 EMA. Starts pushing down off of there. Up, down, up, down, up, down. A little bit of a choppy trade, and then finally we fire off, and I'm super excited. Get down here, it's about $100, and it pulls back on me to about right here. Then this massive green candle happens in seconds, not a minute, in like literally seconds, and I finally managed to get out right here at a close market. It would have been about $50, and I ended up getting $40 on the day. Hey, so as long as the outcome is income, like I always say, that is a net positive. You want to keep growing that small account incrementally. It doesn't have to be a massive trade every single day. If you miss a massive trade and you get a win is a win. Enjoy that. So we're pushing down on the day. The trend is down all the way across the board. But what we need is for one of these major tech stocks to really start their dive. They're kind of just consolidating. Like if you look at Tesla, not Tesla, if you look at Nvidia pushed down, pushed back up, and it's been consolidating ever since. You need this to make a move one direction or another. Otherwise, QQQ is going to do the same thing for the rest of the day. On Apple realistically fell down over a longer period and then started its consolidation. So if you zoom out, you'll see that Apple fell down, rose up much higher. Let's go to a solo screen really quickly. Solo dolo. Hit AAPL. And we'll just go through the stocks really quickly here. Put these into 1 minute, 1 day. Zoom in. So you see Apple popped all the way up, fell all the way down, and it's kind of been consolidating towards the downside. Finally started to fall down, came to the 200 and consolidated for a little bit, then finally broke through. So now we're officially below that and trying to push back up into that area above it. Apple is high on the day. It's reached a high of 195. So now we're going to go over to Microsoft. See that it's kind of doing the exact same thing. As you can see, Microsoft pushed down and it's been consolidating ever since. When stocks consolidate, you don't get great movement on your trade. So you just got to know how to get in and get out as fast as possible. When you do get a nice little move like this push down here was a nice little move. Hit the 10 o'clock hour. And as you can see, it just consolidated forever. And then finally at about 10:15, you get a little bit of a push down. And that's pretty much what we wrote down on our QQQ trade. SPY, a little all over the place today. Up and down, up and down, up and down. But still really just consolidating. Even though it's consolidating at a higher range, this was a beautiful push down at 1023. This is what took my stock to $100, and then that pullback right here is what pulled me out to 50 and ended up closing with the $40 trade. But we have a nice little range. As you can see, I've got my price market up here, because if we come back up there, then I'll be looking to either get into the downside or ride it up some more. So I'm just going to leave that alert up there. And then, of course, I'm looking to come to the downside here. So we've officially reached that low, and it looks like it's still pushing down. As long as we stay below this 200 EMA, it's going to be more of a downtrend. We'll go up to it, come back down, go up to it, come back down until we can officially break through. Let's look at Meta, because Meta was going a little crazy today. Meta was having a good time. Meta's been consolidating towards the upside. Started out pushing down, hit that 200 and never looked back. Boom, just all the way up. So now maybe this is the area where it starts to pull down a little bit, or you can see it pop off of this 23 EMA and rise up some more. But Meta's been pulling up today, which is what's been kind of slowing down that progress with the down drop. Let's look at Tesla, see what Tesla's up to. Tesla had a big jump in the morning, and then right at 9:45, which I should have caught that. That was a nice little play there. Right at 9:45, skadoosh, all the way down here from 215 to 211. Nice little $4 push down. That would have got you a nice little chunk of change. Consolidated for a little bit and then continued its push down. Tesla's been struggling. They've been having a lot of recalls and a lot of troubles with the company. And they're struggling. They're down $60 over the last like 4 weeks. Next up, we're going to go over to Amazon, AMZN. Amazon, same deal as the rest. Except Amazon had a very hard push down this morning, just like we did over on QQQ, and then just kind of consolidated and pushed up off of there, and now it's above its 200 EMA, so it's dancing up. So like you got a few stragglers going on right now to see what direction we're actually going to go in. A lot of the stocks are kind of moving almost independently, but if you look over the broad spectrum of several of them, you'll see that they kind of line up. GOG. Now Google's got earnings coming up soon. So you got to keep an eye on Google. Google's rising. Started out with a little bit of a push down, popped up, stayed above the 200 EMA, and has been rising steadily ever since. You can call it consolidation, but it's really just rising at a slow and steady rate, up a little bit every few moves. And then AVGO, Broadcom. Broadcom's always doing crazy numbers. Had that hard push down. That was beautiful, man. Can't afford that, but boy, that was beautiful. Boom, boom, boom. Came down here to 1203. Shot back up $20. And then consolidating underneath that 200 EMA ever since. Let's see what these are worth. So these are only 3 days out. Ooh, boy. Them boys are expensive. $16 to be $1 out of the money. I mean, to be right out of the money. Yeah, man, that's what it's like in them big boys. We'll get in there one day. But that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hey, I hope you guys hit some major trades. Keep your eye out for the 11 o'clock hour. I feel like there's a move on the way. Let's head back over to QQQ and SPY and see what we're gearing up for. Now, we still haven't covered these lows, so that's very, very tricky. If we cover these lows, we might get the pop off of there and get the rise back up. But we are at the 200 and pushing down off of there. So we'll see if we come on down here and meet this low, or see if we start to trend above the 200 EMA and start to go to the upside. Then we could go back up to that 424, 425 area if that is the case. But I feel like it's just kind of a slow downtrending market today, and you just got to watch out for your play. But 11 o'clock could be a nice move one way or the other, so keep an eye on that. Going over to SPY one last time before we get off of the stream here. Yeah, same for SPY. SPY's pushing to the downside. See, SPY was, what makes me mad about this, SPY was stubborn all morning long and refused to fall below this 200 EMA. It would come down, go right back up. Come down, go right back up. Finally, it pushes all the way up, jacking up my trade. And then right here, it decides to have that massive spike down through it. Comes right back up, pushes right back down. I don't know when the push right back down was going. I probably would have held for a couple of minutes, but I don't think it really would have gave me too much more in the profit area. And like when that happens, guys, don't even worry about it. If you get some profit, be happy with that. Take that profit, because one, I can always re-enter. I can get into another trade when I see a play happening and make some more money off of that. So you can always get back in. Like if you see a nice little spike and it seems like it's going against you, just take whatever profit you have in there and then move on to the next trade. And if let's say there's a spike, right? Let's say like this, there's a spike and it turns a little green and you get out of your play and it immediately turns back red and keeps going. Don't feel bad about that at all, because you couldn't have predicted that it wouldn't go back the other way. But what you can predict is that, hey, I got some money in here right now. I'm going to take that money. And that was one of the hardest lessons that I learned early on as a trader, was taking my profits. Literally why I changed my name to Mr. Take Your Profit. Like if you come over here on the Discord, I'm Mr. TYP. That's Mr. Take Your Profit. It is a hard lesson for new traders to learn. Take your profit. When you see green, take green. Sometimes you may take it early, sometimes you may take it late, but as long as your account stays green and you keep building, you're going to keep being able to trade and making more money. And then you're going to have those days where it just flies in your direction, you know? But have a great day, guys. I'm out of here.